Hello, today we're going to be trying to make a desktop app using a game library. Specifically, we're going to be using RayGUI for this. And the reason that I wanted to do this was because I've been seeing a lot of creators on YouTube that have been making things that aren't games using this library, and I myself really enjoy using Raylib, so I thought I would try it myself. So today we're going to be doing that. We're going to be using Raylib along with RayGUI to make a to-do app. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing I want to say is that this is what we're currently working with here. We have an include directory that includes Raylib, Raymath, and RayGUI. You can get Raylib and Raymath by just cloning Raylib itself here. So what I actually did was I cloned Raylib to my C directory here. I went into I went and actually built it with the make command that's in the README, and then I went into source and I grabbed the header files from here. And then what I did was I went and put the lib file inside of my own lib folder, which is also just, in this source directory here. So it's all pretty easy to set up for me, even though I'm on Windows, which usually has some issues. So yeah, that's basically it. And then we just have a very simple makefile that looks like this. So it's just one line. And if you're on Windows, it's basically just to, drop this in and you should be good to go. So with that being said, let's actually get going. So I'm gonna make my first main.cpp file here, and let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I want to do is make my entry point like this, which will just return 0. And then I guess to ensure that this build system is actually working, I'm going to include Raylib, and I'm also going to include RayGUI, and I'm also going to, for good practice, have a define here, and I think it's RayGUI implementation like this, and get rid of that, and then make that all caps. That should be good there. And then let's go ahead and build this. So I'm just going to say, I think it's just make. Yeah, I get a warning, but it does build. So let's go ahead and run the main file here. And yeah, it exits right away, which is what we want. So let's go ahead and actually open a window, which I think we can do with a knit window like this. Then we can do 600, 400, and to-do app. I must mention that this is not really a tutorial. This is kind of just me working through this, and I haven't actually went through this and studied it. So this is really just going to be me kind of just figuring things out. Now I do know Raylib, but I don't know RayGUI. So very shortly the velocity of this video will decline. So basically the basic idea of this here is that we want to create a game loop here. So we're just going until the window wants to close. We're beginning drawing, ending drawing, and then in between there is where we do all of our drawing stuff. And then finally we want to close our window to, I guess, free all the memory that the window and everything takes up. And then for convenience, I'm going to set the exit key to key Q because I prefer that over escape for that. Okay, and I'm just going to make a new terminal tab for my compilation stuff, run the main file, and we have our to-do app here. It's a little small, so I'm probably going to actually switch that over to maybe 1280 by 720. I have a 4K display on this laptop, but it's also a very small laptop, so things turn out really small on this. So yeah, now we have this. So let's go ahead and actually explore how we can do things. So I do know that the Raylib language is pretty easy to figure out. So I'm thinking that if I just kind of type in label here, yeah, I'll see things like this. So we have GUI label and GUI label button. I'm assuming that's what I need for a basic label. And so I'm just going to create a label like this. And then for the first argument here, I'm going to do, I guess, 10, 10, 100, 100. And then for this one, I'm going to do app. This will be my title. Okay, and this should work right off the bat. Boom, we have a very small title here. And so I need to actually change that font size. Now, I did actually, okay, it's a little pre-watched. I did actually look this up beforehand because I do need to set the style here. And so for this, I need to do the default style, which is an actual enum. So we have an enum here, and then the property is going to be the text size, and then the value, we want something larger. So we want like 60 maybe. I don't know how big the default is, but let's see how that looks. So we'll make it, and then we'll run that main file. And that, yeah, obviously our input field is not big enough now. So we need to fix that real quick. So I'm going to make the width like 300 or something like that. Or what we could probably do is we could probably measure it. So we could say like, I think there's a way to get the default font. Maybe get font here, get font. Yeah, GUI get font, get the custom GUI font. And this will like return the font object that we need. So here we can say like font, you know, default font equals GUI get font. And then we can say int like text width equals, and then we can say measure text ex, pass in that default font. And then for the text, we want to say the to-do app here. So we want to actually take that here. And as you can see, we're just kind of hacking this in. This isn't quite, and then the spacing, oh crap. So I don't know what the spacing is. Does it have it in here? What is a font? What is a font? Does it have spacing? It does not have spacing. So we probably want to do is have the measure text, because I think we are just using the default. So we want to do a measure text here, which it's not figuring it out. So I'll probably do measure measure text like this. Yeah. So we can probably do that instead. To do app, and the font size we're going to put as 60 like that. And then for the width, we can now say, you know, int label width equals this. We don't need to get that font anymore. And then maybe I can just pass it in, that's the X. We can pass it in here, so label width like that. Int to float an initializer list. Okay, let's do it. C casting, let's go. Okay, run it, and let's see what we got. All right, so it's displaying the entire thing correctly. That's what we want, so that's great. Now what we need like an input field and stuff like that. So we need an input. Is there an input? Ooh, GUI text input box. This has a lot of things. So for the bounds, I'm gonna put these for now. For the title, it's going to be new task. For the message, I'm just going to replace this later, like that. For the buttons, ooh, what? I don't know what's supposed to go in for the buttons. For the text is like enter a task, I guess. And then for the max size, I'm going to put 255 maybe. Secret view active is just going to be null pointer. I don't even know. Okay, whatever. Okay, so we'll say const char text equals this because whoops. There we go. And then we can say text like that. Cool. And yeah, we do have some issues here, and that's because we have const char title. So yeah, we also need the title here. So we need a title like this, which we can then put in here. Whoop, that went the wrong direction. VA quote X title. Okay. The next one we need is the message. So the message is going to just be something here. Wait, where is the actual content? Oh, the char text. Oh, so I got it wrong. So the message should be this one here, like this. And then up here we can say like char like active input buffer like that. And then we can put in here the active input buffer like that, I think like this. And then finally, I don't know what this last one is, the buttons. Am I not allowed to say that I don't want buttons? I don't know what the buttons do. So let's see, const char buttons equals this. Can I just do that? I don't really know. Like that, and then we can say buttons like this. We're almost there. Bool secret view equals false, I guess. Okay. Let's just put that there. Secret view like that. Are you for real? Okay, so we need const chars, const char, const char, and then we have a char, and then we have the text max size, and then we have a secret view active. So I'm not really sure what's going on. Oh, okay. Oh, because it was already, okay, never mind. Okay, you know what? Classic forgetting that eraser pointers. Okay, so let's see if that even, like, if that works at all. Let's see. Okay, so we make it, we run it. We have a task. That is a lot of stuff. Whoa, what's going on with that? Why is the, oh, because the default text is really big, which is probably what we don't want. So we could maybe fix that later, but we have like a task here, and then I guess we have a button here, and the button maybe would be like submit, and then this is the, I don't know, it's in secret view, which is interesting. Secret view active should be true, I guess. Interesting. Okay, and then what we can do is we can probably maybe like reduce this down just to something a little bit like more legible than what it was before, for both ends. So now we can say like hello. I don't know why it starts out with 0. That should be good. And I guess this is our button here. So if I were to go to buttons, I can say like add like that, and then run it, and that would have our button for add. And then I guess this, what is this? Does this return like a Boolean or something? It returns an int. Okay, so is there a lot of documentation? Not really. So let's see, like how to use GUI text input box in Ray GUI. Let's see if we got anything in here. Got anything in here? All right, there we go. And then we have all that stuff here. Okay, if we have result is 1, then what we want to do is we want to actually do stuff with that. So we'll say like int result equals this, and then we'll say if result equals 1, then I'm just going to spell result correctly here, and then I'm just going to append to a vector of tasks. So we'll just include a vector like this, and then we'll say like std vector of type, we probably also want a string here, so I'll add in string, and we want to just, you know, do that, and then we'll say this is our tasks like this, and then if the result is 1, then I want to say tasks.pushback, and now we want to do std string, and can I do it from a buffer? So like this, can I? I'm not sure, because to be honest, C++ is not like my number 1 language. I think this will work. I really hope so. And if it does, then that's great. And so then what we can do is we can just say like for, and then I think it's const auto and or I can do string, const string reference to item in our tasks, and then we want to do a GUI label like this, 0. Oh, we probably want to do an indexing one, so I probably want to do like a for size t I equals 0, I is less than tasks dot size, it's size, right, I plus plus, and then for the text it's going to be tasks at I. And then for, oh yeah, for here we want to do I times like maybe 30, like that. And then for the width and height, it's just going to be measure text for this, and then it's going to be tasks at I. And then for the font size, it's going to be 30, like this. And then for the height, I'm just going to say 30. So they're just going to be sandwiched together. I think that should be good. Like that. And what was the last argument? Do we have anything? No? Okay. Alright, I need to do float for this. Alright, and this needs to be a C string? Is that what it is? Is that what's going on? And then like that. Please give me the, okay, the text there. So we need to do, whoops. We need to do this. and then we need to do dot C string like this. Okay. Okay, and then we need to do, we need to surround this with brackets and do a floating point conversion here. So that should be good. That was quite an involved little thing there, but that should be holding all of our tasks. So now we can make it and then run it. And let's see what we got. So let's enter in some content. Let's do add. And I just realized why it's got junk text. I didn't clear the buffer. I didn't make it a 0. And as you can see, the tasks are, you know, here. So like do the dishes. Boom. Do comp sci homework. Whoops. What was that? Comp sci homework. Okay. So backspace just clears it. I wonder if that's in like intentional functionality. Interesting. So that's interesting. So the first thing I'm going to note is that we want to have an offset. So we'll say const y offset equals like, I don't know, 1,000 maybe. Oh wait, I'm not in an implicit world here. Plus y offset like that. Okay. And that should be good there. And then of course, yeah, we need to go to that buffer here. And then I think we can do this syntax. Yeah, that should work. Cool. So now we can do make, run main. Boom, we have our tasks. Let's add it. Did I go too far? I did, because it's a 720p display. Okay. Let's just go there and let's do like, actually, why don't we make it an X offset? So why don't we make it next to that pop-up there? So this isn't, you know, we're not going to be winning awards for, you know, ergonomics or beautiful UX design here, but this also shouldn't be with the Y anymore. So there, we can just do our X offset like that. Beautiful. And I'm also going to change the clear color because I just realized that I'm not making a game, so you know, I can just make it white like that. There we go. Normally I do sky blue for like all my games, but here, okay, now it looks a little cooler. So now we can just do like, do the dishes. Oh, we're just a little bit off. Very unfortunate. 500 there. I'm gonna do like 650. Make, main, do the dishes. I apologize for the background noise, by the way. I am currently in a dorm and it's a struggle to get time to record, but do the dishes. Boom. All right. Okay, so that's good. Now what we can do is we can have removing functionality, which is great. So what we can basically do is we can basically just say, I think we can just do like if, I think we have a GUI button. We have a GUI button here, which we want to basically just take the X offset and then add like maybe 200 to it. Or maybe we can actually store the text size here. So we can say like const float text size equals that whole jargon, and then here we can say text size, so we're not repeating ourselves, you know, the dry kind of thing, you know how they say that. What is, let me redo that, let me redo all that. okay, so this entire thing here is like that, so we should be good in that sense, right? Oh no, it's actually not, it's this. Yes, okay. So we need to do a const float text width equals that thing, and then we need to go to that comma, and then we need to do text width there, and then here for the GUI button, first we'll say, you know, remove, and then for the X offset, we'll say the text width plus like 50 more, and then for here we'll also put in quotes, you know, so it's a valid thing there. And so if we want to remove it, for now, let's just like include IO stream here, and let's say std count removing. I know I say count, I'm sorry. That's because I used to be self-taught and that's how I said it. I'm sorry. I should be saying cout. I know that it sounds terrible. Tasks at I, std end line here, like that, make, main. All right, so we can do this and we can add one, and we can do this and we can add one, and that is, what is that? It's a button? Wait, what are my bounds for this button here? Oh, that's not even a bound. Okay, what am I doing? And then for the y, we'll also do the same thing. So we want to do I times 30 like this. So we could also pull that out, but I'm going to do that in a bit. So I'm going to do that there. For the width, I'm just going to guesstimate it. So that looks like 6 times 30, which is a 180. So I'm going to say 180. And then for the height, I'm going to do 30. So there we go. Make, main. So we do blah, and then we have a remove button here, and then it says removing that. And then we can do like CS homework. And then we can remove it, and beautiful, it's there. So that's good. Now we need to actually remove things, and you know what? Gonna be 100% real with you. I don't remember how to do that from vectors in C++, so remove at index from vector C++. Let's see how you do it. Oh wait, Google AI. I'm gonna see if I can actually get some use out of this. Begin and then index to remove. Oh, that's actually really good. So, okay, let's do that then. So if we do that, then we want to actually remove things. Now, of course, this means that we have to remove the I++ here. So what we'll say is std remove here. That's a lot of values. We just need this. And then we'll say, I think I can just do task.begin plus the I, like that. Whoops. What? Did it not work? Oh, it's not std. Wait, that's not even, it should be tasks.erase like that. Okay, great. So that's good with that. And now, yeah, we need to remove this because we could have serious issues if we remove the last one or something like that. So we can do that. We need to change it into a while, I guess. So we'll say size ti equals 0. And then we'll just change this whole thing here. So we'll just say like while I is less than tasks.size here. And then we'll say this, and then we'll just have an else statement in the button. And then we'll say I++. Because if we remove one from the list in the middle or anywhere, we don't want to be incrementing because, you know, the index is now slid over. So there we go. Let's do that. Let's run the main file. And let's, you know, do the dishes, do homework, record video, record video. Let's remove this one. That was not the desired functionality. And I think I know what it was. It seemed to actually like collide with both of those. And I think maybe the reason is the FPS. Is the FPS too high for this? Like, set target FPS 60, will that just fix my issues? Let's see what we got here. So let's do like, and then let's do a final one. Let's remove the middle one. Well, those aren't aligned, so maybe I can do like multiple of these. Interesting. It's very interesting. Why did they decide to do it on key release? I guess that's because how retain mode does it, but it also means that it's really annoying because, yeah, that happens, which is not cool. So I think what we have to do, how do we do this? We can do size t pos y equals 0, and then we'll basically at the end here, we'll just say like pos y plus no matter what, because what's happening is when we're not incrementing y, we're actually sliding everything up. And so I think it's just hitting that. So if we do this, it might fix it. I might just be completely lying to you. But basically in the positional y statement here, we would instead say pos y. And then additionally in the button area, we would also do that. So we would say pos y like that. And then we would do make and then main like that. Oh, beautiful. I didn't actually expect it to work first try. Okay, well, that's a to-do list. We could go crazy with this, but like, I think we're currently sitting at 27 minutes. So what I can maybe do is I can say like the, we could have like a, you know, size t, maybe not size t, an int y offset here. And we can set that to like 30 here. And then we can say for the y, we'll just add on like 30 to each so that we have padding between the top. So it looks a little bit prettier for the thumbnail maybe, if I even use it for the thumbnail. And then for the offset, I'm gonna do like something like 40. So we have like 10 between them. So that should be good. Make, main, And we got this going on here. We can do like a boom, and that looks pretty decent. I don't mind that at all. I do mind that the buttons are like misaligned here. So I might just like fix the button size, the button position here. Probably instead of doing a text width here, I will just say like, let's just make it like a uniform 700. I don't know how big that is. That's actually way too big because I just realized how big the frame is. So this should be good, right? That's a little, you know, it's a little far away, but it's uniform, which is what matters for me. So that's good, cool. One thing you could probably like notice about this is that it's going downward, and I'm not sure if that's what we want. Maybe we want it to pop up at the top here. And there's a simple fix for that, and that's whenever we push back, we can do emplace, or is it, no, it's push front, right? Front, emplace back, or is emplace back? That's the one that pushes it to the front, right? I have not used C++ in a minute. So let's see. First, oh, now that works. What that, wait, what? Okay, anyways. Second, okay, it's not that. Add to front of vector C++. Please don't say any bad words. Insert at begin. They don't have a built-in. Are you for real? Is that updated? Tasks.begin. There's probably a reason. You know, they don't want to make it easy because it's an expensive process. All right, so first and second. Beautiful. Now, if you want to make this more optimized, you know, you could just display it in reverse order, but I don't want to do that. So this is good. This is good for me. This is great for me, actually. The final thing I'd probably do is I'd probably just make this like have padding as well. And I would also say that this would be like the to-do input, maybe like that. And that would probably be my final touches. And I just realized that our label is still showing, so we can also get rid of that as well. And then we can do a cool thing like this. And we can say first and like, you know, homework, and like something, and we can just make 1,000,000 of them. And that is cool with me because that was a 30-minute to-do app with a GUI library that I was unfamiliar with, in a paradigm that I am familiar with, but I'm not really familiar with making like medium UIs with. So this has been a success for me personally, and so hopefully this inspired you to give it a try. I mean, you might as well. It's pretty simple to do. So yeah, and I mean, if we check this, like if we, you know, run clock on our main file here, what do we got? We have 47 lines of C++. And like there's like debugging statements and random crap there, so you can make that way more optimized. So I think that's pretty cool. And I'm going to be messing around with this more for some personal little apps as well. So with that being said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit different. You know, I just kind of turned on a camera, started recording, but you know, college has been intense, so that's how we're doing things for a little bit. So yeah, hopefully have a good day. And if you like this kind of content, or you like more game development videos and just programming videos in general, consider joining my Discord, where there are a lot of developers that create a wonderful community for you to talk to and ask questions to. Specifically, if you want questions about this, I will be on the Discord for that as well. Consider supporting my Patreon so I can make videos like this in the future. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day. See ya.